Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's time again for the knife of the day. This is a series where I go through my collection, all 5 Pelican cases of knives, one knife at a time, one day at a time. We've started with the Spyderco collection and we're continuing with Spyderco collection. Here's a note. I'm hoping tomorrow, if you're watching this on a daily basis, some of you are. If you're just dropping in, tomorrow doesn't mean that much to you. But I'm hoping tomorrow that I have 3 new knives. If not tomorrow, then Saturday. So when I say turn on your notifications, if you enjoy this kind of series, first subscribe, and then once you subscribe, there's a little bell. Hit that so that you're notified so you don't miss the videos, okay? All right, let's talk about the knife of the day. Oh, it's a classic. In fact, I included this as one of my top 5 Spydercos out of my collection. It's the Sage 2 from Spyderco and from the Sage series. Someone left a comment, 2 comments, and so let me try to respond to them quickly if I can. The first comment, I think when I was showing a paramilitary 2, one of the paramilitary 2s in this series, I said it's one of my favorites. I didn't sometimes things come out of my mouth. I have not viewed that over again. I wanted to, so thank you for the comment. I really appreciate you viewing and the comment. I was challenged on Instagram to do the top 5 knives, but clearly, you guys know we're over 190 knives out of my Spyderco collection, and we're still going strong. So picking 5 were very tough. If I said it was one of my top 5, I apologize for that, since I kind of locked myself in making the top 5. But I have a bunch of favorites, and one of my top favorites, obviously they're not on the top 5, but top favorites in that top 10, 15. I love the paramilitary 2, so I'm sorry if I confused you with that. If you guys haven't seen my top 5 video, I have the top 5 videos of my fixed blade knives, Spydercos, and top 5 videos of the folders. And I have 2 more top 5 videos that I'll be doing pretty soon. So I apologize for that. Oh, by the way, all of your comments are great. I read them all. I'm sorry I don't get back to you as much as I should. I do get, obviously, like everyone, negative comments about this video and others. You know, in every collection, every community of collection, there are people who deem themselves, smart and smarter or whatever. And by the way, you guys know, if you've watched me, there's a lot, almost everybody smarter than I am with knives on YouTube. And they constantly say, give me your well-worn knives. Show me this. That wasn't even used. You said this steel does this, it retains an edge. How do you know you haven't used it? Well, first of all, the steel retaining an edge, that if you Google that steel, it is chemistry, and they have put it together to retain an edge. But you are correct. I live in a huge urban city. That's my life. It's probably not your life. I use my knives and I carry some of my knives, but I'm going to tell you, there's no such thing as a well-used knives. I open up boxes and envelopes. My life does not chop down trees and do other things. So I apologize for that. Also, just real quick, and I'm sorry I'm wasting you guys' time with this. I hate when people do stuff and they do this, but I do want to respond here. And then I'm sure I've got one person that continues to do that stuff. So anyway, here's another thing. Here is how I open every single one of these. Hey, it's Keith Kevin Ken. We're going to go through my collection. I'm not saying we're going through my shop knives. Okay? Let me tell you something. There are so many wonderful makers on YouTube that talk about knives. Go do your choice. Okay? These 2 knives, I could use in a lifetime. I only need these two. A Delica with FRN, fiberglass reinforced nylon, because it's indestructible. And an Endora with fiberglass reinforced nylon. Two knives, okay? I could live forever with those two knives. So can everyone else, all right? Most people on YouTube go beyond two knives or three knives or four knives, and whether they use them all or not, they are collectors. I actually tell you I'm going through my collection. I collect silver, I collect movies, I collect books, yada yada. So I apologize for that, but I want you guys to know I'm not trying to fool you. This is a collection. I'm going through my collection. And most of you guys enjoy it, and that's great. If you don't, find someone else. That's fine. I do this because I have 3 grown kids, 2 daughters, 1 son, and my oldest daughter and her husband have 5 grandbabies. I have 5 grandsons. And I'm doing this for them, and I'm happy everyone else is doing it. And so that's it. I ran it. It's going too long. I apologize for you guys, but I'm going to keep this in. I do this several times. I don't post it, but just to let you know what this is. Look how I shoot it. I'm not saying I'm in a shop and that it's well-worn knives. They're not. They're part of my collection. Some people hate that. Please find somewhere else to watch. So this is a Sage 2. I go back to it. Sorry about that, you guys. Go check out my favorite 5, my top 5. The Sage series is from Spyderco. I have the other 4 Sages already on this channel. Go check out the playlist. There are 5 different locks and lock makers who are celebrated with this Sage series, and there are 6 knives total in the collection. This is Sage 2, and this celebrates Chris Reeve and his integral frame lock. Spyderco really respects knife makers, and so every time they have a frame lock, they call it the Chris Reeve integral frame lock. They don't just say frame lock. And so they're celebrating Chris Reeve, and that's why it's a full titanium body. It's a homage, if that's the word I should be using, to the Sabenza. All of the Sage series has the same profile, this wonderful Spyderco leaf shape. They all have S30V steel from Crucible, CPM S30V steel. The blade, all of them are 3 inches long. And when you take out, they all have a 50-50 choil. When you take out the choil and the guard, the finger guard, it's 2.6 inches of edge. 2.6 inches of edge. All of them are 7.1 inches in total length. And this one, you know, the weight fluctuates a little bit, a couple of fractions of an ounce. This is 3.5 ounces, and it's just a perfect size. I like smaller knives. If you don't, of course, then this wouldn't work for you. A real Sabenza would. I love the forward choil. This, to me, is one of my favorite knives. It's a lot of folks' favorite knives because it has that wonderful titanium. It has the frame lock. I favor a frame lock. I love the compression lock, but I really favor a frame lock on the knives. I'm a huge Chris Reeve fan. Once we get through Spyderco's, we'll do Chris Reeve knives. I am a huge fan of Chris Reeve, so I really like this. See-through construction. All of the Sages have my favorite clip, and that's the wire clip, deep carry wire clip. Just a wonderful, perfect EDC knife. It really is, to me, my opinion. The clip is right hand, left hand, tip up only. I prefer tip up, so it's fine with me. This is a perfect little knife. It is the Sage 2 from Spyderco. It is celebrating Chris Reeve and his invention of the integral integral, I always say that wrong, integral, you guys know what I'm talking about, frame lock. And what I want to do is compare that with the Delica. This is the new Delica with the Wharncliffe blade. And the Para 3, of course, that's the shortened paramilitary, which was the shortened military. Just so you can get a good feel for it. Sorry for that. I guess it was a rant, but also answering 2 questions that keep coming up. So I wanted you guys to know that. Sorry to take so much time in it. I apologize, but wanted to clarify it. This is a collection of knives. If you have a religious problem with people collecting knives, this is not your channel. And I appreciate you. Appreciate your view. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Hey, new knives coming. Don't forget to subscribe. That really helps me out. Like the video. That just keeps me going because I do this before work. And so sometimes, actually, every day I come up going, maybe I won't do a video this time. And then I feel good when I do it. So we will do that. I do enjoy your comments, you guys. I read them because it's easy for me even at work when I take a break. It's just commenting back is just kind of, I'm bad at that. I'm older. This whole social media back and forth is new to me. I will get better, I hope. I hope you guys have a perfect day. I really do. If I can't have one, even if I do have one, I hope you and yours have one as well. Take good care of yourselves. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.